desperate to flee as fast as he possibly can. He's really pushing the pedal to the metal in this newer model Jaguar, southbound 110 freeway through South LA. Giovanna and Mark. He's trying to squeeze through. Going to squeeze through here. Uh-oh. East on Manchester, under the 110 freeway. Now moving away from us here. He's under the freeway, under the overpass, right? He did not come out the other side. Did not come out the other side yet. This is always a tricky point. It's always a telltale sign. If they're looking to dump the vehicle, sometimes they will stop under the freeway. He's out of the vehicle. The vehicle's rolling. The vehicle is rolling into the intersection. He is on foot under that freeway. He is under the overpass, and there is nobody behind him. He may very well walk away from this crime. Now look at this. That Jaguar is moving on its own, bumping into the spot, or a perfect place to dump the vehicle, and this is a new one on me. Literally just left the vehicle rolling without anybody behind him. There was no law enforcement on scene out here to even take custody of the stolen Jaguar. So somebody's stolen Jag is now rolling through South LA with nobody in it. I can't say I've seen this before. Meanwhile, that driver is long gone, guys. Nobody hurt. Here comes California Highway Patrol. Look at this. The car is rolling right into traffic. The car appears to be in idle, just rolling through the intersection. Here comes CHP. What are we going to see here? A pit? I mean, God only knows. This is a new one on me, guys. Try and open it up. Is it okay? It's open, and here it comes to an end. Into a pole. Ah, shucks, he says.
In his wake, I know for a little while they lost him because he was so far out in front. Wow, he just sideswiped, it looked like, that 18-wheeler. Don, we asked you a moment ago, you said you thought you were going about 110, and you're having trouble on...
Well, we are, and HPD is as well, but thank goodness we've got the doubler on our camera here so we can take a picture of him from quite a distance.
Right. Yeah, we remind the audience that this is not, I mean, he's not right on top of him. The pilot, he has this incredible zooming lens that can go all the way into that vehicle, that it makes it appear that we're right on top, but we're having a tough time keeping up with this guy.
And to continue our conversation about our speed, I just checked with Mike Silman, who's at the controls of our Sky Eye helicopter here. We're currently doing 120 miles an hour, and he is losing us. Yeah. We're at the maximum speed right now, but we're going to try to keep with him as long as we can. But obviously, he still continues to pull ahead. We're going to try to keep up with him as long as we can.
Well, I think this is one of the first times where the vehicle has actually outrun the chopper. Yeah. I don't know how other way to put it, but I think that's what's happening here, because it's tough to see him, and you could see him right there on the far left. He's right there on the shoulder right now, passing that box truck.
The HPD helicopter has had to pull off because they were running low on fuel, so we're up here by ourselves right now.
And he continues to move. Now, keep in mind, this guy is traveling well over 120 miles an hour at some point, because our chopper is traveling at a top speed of 120, and we can't keep up. Okay, now on Highway 73, headed to Port Arthur, already driving past Winnie, and he is, you know what, honestly, I've lost track of him. He's somewhere over there on the right-hand side. And just moving along at speeds that have been incredibly fast, at 130, possibly 140 at times on open stretches.
As we look at these pictures, as Art says, he is so far out in front, it's almost hard to keep up with him, and especially as he moves into this very heavily wooded area there, he's disappearing behind the trees.
But we've kind of lost him at this point because Well, he's simply going too fast.
Yeah, he really is.
SPD helicopter has lost the gun.
He is gunning it to pick up. He's going 80 miles an hour up through this pass. And there are a couple of crests here where, if you're familiar with this area, there's sort of like a hilltop that you kind of go over. And if you're not careful, you will hit, there will be a car in front of you that you will not be able to see. And as you can see now, hard on the brakes as he is stopping, as these vehicles are, you know, slowing down, because this is an uphill portion of the pass. Now, in just a second, he's going to be crossing right by Universal Studios. He's going to be heading into the San Fernando Valley. Now, I still hear LAPD Hollywood. Those are the units that are following him quite a distance behind, and the air commander who is talking to them. They don't want to let this guy go, but as you said before, they are in tracking mode. It's very likely that if he stays on the freeway, the CHP might get involved with this. They are much more aggressive with pursuits like this. They probably will get a little bit closer, but LAPD is doing that tactic where they're trying to get this driver to calm down a little bit by putting the lights and sirens a lot further behind him, or maybe turning those lights and sirens off at all, hoping that maybe he will just sort of calm down and head perhaps to his home or another place to get out of the vehicle. They want him out of the vehicle. It's much safer if he can get out of the vehicle, then they can at least take him into custody. Okay, now we're getting off at Lankershim Boulevard. This is in Universal City. This is on the other side. This is on the north side of the pass, but now he is heading, that looks like southbound on Lankershim. Yeah, there's a gas station right there. This is now in Studio City, Amy.
Should be Ventura Boulevard. And again, you were mentioning, Mark, that this car has Nevada plates. We don't know if this person is familiar with the area, but there's going to be a lot of congestion in the area here. And as we've been talking, you know, a lot of the people out right now, they're out of school, they're off work, and this is certainly an area that can be really busy. Surprisingly, Ventura doesn't look as packed as it often is around lunchtime, with a lot of folks going out to lunch, and perhaps that's because so many of the people that work in the area are off for the holidays. But certainly a tricky situation. Sky 9 trying to keep a close eye on this car, but it looks like we're struggling to.
Yeah, and you know what, Amy, we're not the only ones looking for this. I can hear the air commander asking for anyone who had eyes on this vehicle to give them a description. They are looking for a black Honda Civic, and they did have the license plate, or I should say it's a black Honda. I know that for sure. I heard them say Civic, but it looks like the air unit is also searching for this vehicle. Now you can see LAPD units coming up off the freeway under that overpass. It's possible that vehicle is still under the overpass, but Sky 9
Good. At their line, 1050 rollover. 1,000-second EMS, immediate roll. Previous 1050, 84 west. Good. At their line, 1050 rollover. 1,000-second EMS, immediate roll. Previous 10.